Hey everyone, my name is Brittany, and today I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious sweet potato pie you have ever made at home. It's absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to share it with you. So let's get started. To start off, I've got my pie crust already fluted and in my pan. I'm going to go ahead and dock this with a fork. You just want to poke a couple holes in here. We're going to blind bake this crust. And so you want to make sure that the steam or the air underneath the crust will have a way to get out. I'm going to blind bake this at 375 degrees for 15 minutes. And to blind bake, you just need some parchment paper, some baking beans, or some pie weights. This is a piece of parchment paper that I've used for the last like 4 or 5 pies that I've made. It's still good, so I'm going to use it again. So you take your parchment and you just crumple it up. And then just uncrumble it. That's it. You just want to make sure that it's soft enough where you can get it into your pie shell. And I just sit that back in there. I am out of baking beans, so I am going to improvise a little bit. I've got 2 tins, baking tins here that I'm just going to sit in the middle. They don't quite reach the outer rim. And then I've got some long grain rice that I'm just going to fill in. Normally you want to use beans, bagged beans. Once you bake them or blind bake them, you can't use them again, so keep them. I accidentally threw mine out. But yeah, you can just grab a $1 pack of beans at the store, the actual dried beans, not canned beans, and use those. You can use those over and over and over, or you can buy ceramic pie weights. While my pie is blind baking, I'm going to go ahead and make the filling. I've got 2 1/4 cup of chopped and cooked sweet potatoes, and I'm going to put them through the food processor. That is one of the main things you want to make sure that you do. If you don't have a food processor, try using a blender, use a hand mixer, something. You want to get these potatoes as smooth as possible because it's going to give you a nice silky pie. Now that my sweet potatoes are all blended up, I'm going to transfer them into a bowl. Look how smooth this is. It's like so silky. And this is a really good food processor, and it's not very expensive. This is the Black & Decker food processor. If you're interested in getting a food processor but don't want to spend like a ton of money on one, I'll link it down in the description box and you can find it. Now I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of sugar. A 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and this is dark brown sugar. 1 teaspoon of pumpkin spice. 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. A 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla extract. 1/4 cup of cream. 5 tablespoons of melted butter. And then I'm just going to whisk all of this together. Just as it combines, I want to add 3 eggs. And the reason you want to wait and add the eggs, you don't want your butter to be too hot, because then it'll scramble your eggs. You know, you don't want a scrambled egg pie. You want a sweet potato pie. So, got all of my extra dishes put away, and I've got my pie crust. I've turned my oven down to 350 degrees from that 375 we were at. So you want to bring it down to 350. I'm just going to remove this. And that looks so good. It's partially baked already, so that way you won't have a really soggy crust when you go to bake the rest. You want to have a nice firm crust that will hold a slice. Now I'm just going to pour this right on in. Ugh, it looks so silky and smooth and just delicious. I want to make sure I get every bite out of here. I think that's a leftover quality from culinary school. Our chefs used to always say, scrape the whole bowl, get all of it out, because at the end of the year, that's somebody's salary. So I always make sure I try to get all of it out, you know, especially when you're baking at home. Save yourself some coins. Now I'm just going to spread this out as evenly as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of it will sink back into itself, but just help it along a little bit before you put it in the oven and it starts to try to form itself. Then when you're done, just give it a little shake, and that will also help to level it out as well. So my pie baked at 350 degrees for 55 minutes, and it looks absolutely delicious. I can't wait to get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. This is some good pie. It's so smooth and delicious, and you can taste the sweet potato, you can taste a little bit of that brown sugar. But most of all, you can taste the pumpkin spice. You can taste all the flavors. They're nice and vibrant and they're not watered down. And you can really taste each one of those flavors. It's so good to me. I've been doing testers all week, and my boyfriend, my friends, my dad, my family, everybody has been eating sweet potato pie all week. And we all agreed that this one was the absolute hands down best sweet potato pie that we could muster up, or I could muster up, and it's amazing. So I definitely am putting up the gloves looking for a sweet potato pie, because I definitely have found my recipe and I will use this forever. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you like videos like this and want to see more from my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I post every Friday. Also, you can find all of the ingredients to this recipe down in the description box, as well as the link to that Black & Decker food processor. Thanks for watching. Bye.